Welcome back, everybody, to the penultimate game of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. I'm Jorisar. We take to the skies of Erangel one more time, as the Ghetto Gang have now displaced Twisted Minds at the top of the leaderboard. So things just got even more interesting than they were before. Love to see it. This is going to be fantastic stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying the games just as much as I am enjoying casting them. We have an 8 to 2 o'clock plane path. We'll go with 8:30 to 2:30. It's not too far away from being a 9 to 3, is it really? Nice and fair. One thing I can all but guarantee, we're unlikely to go Millie Island this game. Very, very neutral from a plane path perspective. And if I remember from the previous game, aside from a rather interesting isolated incident in Shelter, where Pacific Esports ran into Castanis, I don't think we're going to see too much in the way of arguments at the start of this game. He says, hopefully, question mark. I don't know. Maybe. We shall wait and see. Oh dear. Oh dear. I do beg your pardon. Snow Guard Dragons and Heroic have decided to properly go into each other. Ignore everything I just said. Why is it always the teams with the most similar colors as well? Hoya for the Snow Guard Dragons was eliminated very early on. T-Bone is upstairs with an AK and a Tommy gun, and he's not afraid to use it. That frag grenade not necessarily going to help too much, although actually in terms of assisting his teammates, that's very useful. Hallow looking to go outside and plant a grenade up, but T-Bone already in position on the balcony to prevent that from doing any damage. Smart move. Ooh. That was a great idea, but the self-flash from the inside... It hit the hinge. It literally hit the hinge. That is rough. Jeems coming in with the shotgun to finish things off. Zareth is holding out like a champ with the pump-action shotgun. But Beamy's got one of those too. Snow Guard Dragons eliminated. T-Bone knocked, but he will be able to get revived. Heroic up to 4 points. And the Dragons then, in 4 out of 5 games, have been contesting early game and unfortunately have lost all of those head-to-head so far. Although in some cases have given the teams that they were fighting headaches on Miramar. And really posed some good questions to answer. But yeah, dropping on top of Heroic like that, they were always going to put up a ferocious fight, and all 4 of them are still alive. So it hasn't worked out for the Dragons, sadly. Circle is about as center as it can be. This is a vanilla ice cream of PUBG circles, folks. Not even any chocolate sprinkles. Occupying the middle position close to Pachinki is the Otto Mix, who have been doing very, very well this evening, I have to say. They're not doing a good job of hosting the scrims, as well as picking up points within them. So we can appreciate that a lot. Do we see any potential we're not going to see any disagreements in Shelter. We do have... So this is what's going on. Pacific Esports like to rotate early. That's got to be what's going on. And I think they just didn't see a team in Shelter last time. And that made it... that just made it awkward. But now, look at this. Very early scouting from Ein Deep and Bluffist. They should spot He-Man. And they should know that somebody is in that farmhouse building. But I think they're trying to work out if it's a solo. They see the buggy coming in to join them. That's not a clue. I don't know what is. So now they're saying, look, Cassin, Noxy, do you guys actually want to crash this or not? Because we're running out of time. I think the answer is no. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Most teams that want to get very close to center early game are now in. Digital Athletics might come up against Twisted Minds if they're not careful. Code Marco is scouting this out, going, is there anyone in this compound? Petulance hasn't made his presence known yet. Although Lou, I think, has taken some shots towards DA. Digital Athletics now committing. They know Batulans is here as well, and they did a little bit of damage to him. The rest of Twisted Minds are going to try and go into defensive mode. They also know he's not... What? That was absurd. That was Betrayalius. The grenade bounced off of the roof of this hut and came back down to do damage to Batulans. That was actually absurd. Twisted Minds setting up in defensive formation now. They are not interested in allowing DA to roll all over Batulans. Code Marco, I think, will either be the first frag or make the first frag. Very, very important position. Up the top here with Perfectix really close by. Perfectix is in a vehicle as well, so I don't think he's heard Code Marco. This gives Code Marco a potential big, big opportunity. He's got the preferred... Clint? Question mark? Clint? Hello? Okay, there we go. Other side of the tree now. He was just inspecting the rings on that tree to see how old it was. Don't worry about it, guys. But Twisted Minds are going to retreat to plug socket, as I like to call it. Some players are ruder than I am, but it's... I live in the UK, so for me, that's a plug socket. That works out rather well. Digital Athletics will therefore keep a hold of Mini Pachinki. Who's coming in late? Heroic are. That's fine. They're looted up. They've got 4 kills. They're pretty chill. Castanus have moved on to Potato Hill. I could see someone potentially trying to come in late through that. The Nuclear Penguins could attempt to do that, but I feel like in phase 1, there's no need to. If you're coming in late, you don't go over the top of the hill anyway. BBL have now got 1 member, Kepper, infiltrating Pachinki. Going from building to building to try and see what activity he can hear. He will soon come to within party beetle distance of listening to something. Not quite yet, though. Multiple vehicles, 1 Nixie. Not going to stop him taking shots, though. Zocker's in the lead vehicle. He's less interested in that. We've still got a couple of shots off, but that's all it's going to be at this point. They're fine. If we go away and we see a Nixie headshot in the kill feed, I apologize in advance, but I suspect we're good for that. Nuclear Penguins, on the other hand, I'm less confident about them escaping this unscathed. All right. Zocker's been shot at. Are they going to keep going as a result? Misa's in Danger Town. We've lost 1 wheel, almost losing a second. Team Solo have got a member of a Heroic as they come by off of Everest as well. Misa has to get picked up. Both front wheels on that UAZ dead. All 4 members of Austrian Force survive. Heroic, in the meantime, are angry. They're angry and they want to show it. Creel down to 1 shot, but so said managing to get the return fire onto Beamy to keep his teammate alive. Whew, that was close. Corexi approaching these quad singles. Lost his life. Solo have picked up a point, but Heroic are now pretty angry. T-Bone, by the way, still on Everest. He has a policy. So in the first 10 minutes of the game, T-Bone is not allowed to take shots at anyone closer than 400 meters. It's just a thing. So he's going to play the spoiler position. It does actually look like, to be fair, the rest of the team are saying, right, let's not hard commit to this fight. It sucks that we lost someone, but que sera, sera. Let's continue playing this out as normal. Although I wouldn't bet against them just staying in the vague vicinity of this area, just in case Team Solo give an opportunity their way. I'm going to hold Everest and just see if there's a chance they can pop back up. Austrian Force, after getting shot at by half the server, are now going to the other half of the server to see if they can get shot at by them as well. So far, they've been very successful. Rough times, man. All they want to do is get into zone. Phase 2. Donut. Pachinki and north of Pachinki. Twisted Minds almost smack bang in the middle of everything. Digital Athletics. Come back to Mini Pachinki. Do not spread out. None of this split nonsense. Kep has definitely spotted some mixed teamage. Is that on Garage? It is on Garage. Party Beetle has joined Feynotto there. So no easy pickings for BBL. Pow Esau is also very, very close to the other half of BBL as well. They can stay split like this for now, I think, but I don't know for how much longer. Vorpal Swords. Oh, Vorpal Swords. Oh, where are you going, Vorpal Swords? Oh, Yokarin. He's found PWD. I'm going to call him Powered. All right, Vorpal Swords. I mean, that is a stretch. Caston is now running into the woo, and not in a good way. Nixie's down, not out, and is being carried as well by a teammate, so it should be an easy revive. Gaslighted. Okay, lighted here. Very good. Oh, how do people do that? Insane Molotov. I think he's going to keep going with the revive. Yes, because he kept going with the revive, and then Nixie got knocked a second time, but it actually kept him alive. If he stopped reviving, then the knocked Nixie would simply have bled to death. So that's actually very, very important that Quizzy kept reviving there. And Thendalos now manages to get the knock onto Lighted. So that was big. Really, really sensible stuff coming out of the woo. I can appreciate that. Lighted is very close to death. We needed another smoke there. I feel like Crazy might be able to be seen. No? Yes, no? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Okay, we're good. I did not think they would be safe there. I was wrong. And how did they know they went up to the... Wow. These guys are insane. Senka Pow Pow goes down as well as the woo continue their absolutely terrifying advance against Castanis. Crazy and Lighted really just doing their best to survive. They thought they were contesting. I think they're past that now. Yes, Tosh gets traded. So Lighted does find an opportunity. Crazy is right next to Ibby. Nixie goes down as well. And Ibby doesn't spot the snake in the grass until the very last second. And suddenly the woo are down to 2. They had this fight in the bag. And Castanis have come straight back. That's Ibby down and out as well. What is going on? It's time for Lighted to show us the rest of the light. Quizzy ending Crazy. And this has been such a strange fight. So back and forth. It's almost certainly about to finish. That's a good grenade. Quizzy getting some good initial damage. Lighted forced back. That gave him the space he needed to finish off the fight. But Quizzy down to a solo. And I thought they were going to wipe Castanis and keep all 4 alive. It goes to show these insane solo efforts mean such a lot in PUBG. Next circle also hard south, putting Pachinki at the forefront. Win or die have collapsed into the city. They might be very good. South side, Pizza in Pachinki. This wedge at the bottom. Austrian Force have got that. And all 4 of them are alive. Can you remember? They were busy fighting people up here. They rotated around here. They were fighting people down here. They've made their way into Pachinki, and they're arguably the most central team right now. So they have survived a very challenging portion of the game. Austrian Force doing very well to get into this position. BBL now crashing the east side. Not sure about the parking in the middle of the road, Onur, but I suspect you're not looking to rotate out of Pachinki again anytime soon. Yeah, okay, that's a much better choice. There we go. Into the garage, just in case any last minute sends back out of the city. No complaints there, but this is about to get really crowded, folks. Heroic and Panathinaikos are right next to each other. Do we shoot or do we rotate? Looks like we're going with rotate. Beamy and T-Bone, the only 2 players left. Oh! Yep, that's a ditch. That's fine. Will anybody else collapse into here is the question. Ghetto Gang know they're here. So I think Heroic are going to be forced to defend that position against crashes now. Austrian Force will have Twisted Minds for company shortly. Guzyara, though, gets Batulans in transit. There's no way they're going to get them back out. Oh, God! Okay, I thought that would come from an enemy, not your team. Blue goes down to 54 HP. That scared the living daylights out of me, and I'm not even playing. Woo! Panathinaikos gets Aimfrost back up. Only 2 alive into Pachinki, but they managed to send it in. The Wu eliminated now. Digital Athletics preventing them coming further in from the north. That was rough. Awful Swords staying in there. Is that a single story? It is a single story. They've got a fridge, a pan, and not much else, if we're being perfectly honest. A ghillie suit is nice, but positionally, how many wheels have they got? You know what? They've got 1 buggy that works right now. The rest of those vehicles, not looking so hot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No fewer than 6 teams inside. But if we count these as well, we've got Heroic there too. 6 or 7. And everyone else are playing edge, including the Nuclear Penguins, who are moving straight past. Good old sleep deprived. Sleep dodgers now. Down to 3. Kitnesh, desperate need for some help. Nordskiff coming into support, and he's been so good for the team. That's a great frag grenade. I don't think it'll quite get a knock, but that is so well weighted. Second drive-by will do the trick for the Penguins, but what about the rest of the sleep dodgers? They're fighting a different team. This is not good. This is not good at all. Illidan, I feel like, is about to go down. Pacific Esports are looking at him. The Nuclear Penguins are looking at him. Yes. Both turning his way, and he's down. NEQ is the last surviving player. Good knock and immediate flush onto Bluffist as well, needing to secure that point, knowing that this could end up being the end for their team. Trying to take advantage of the Nuclear Penguins, also shooting towards Pacific, but can't quite do it. Pacific now survive. They've got 3 left, but they're not in a great position either. Phase 4, it's basically going to be a Pachinki finish. Everyone should be collapsing, and if they aren't now, Perfectix getting revived out in the trenches, and I feel like Austrian Force are thinking about coming out. Vashku in a decent position. Zocker and Misa could also collapse here on a moment's notice. But we've got other players moving into Pachinki as well. Are we going to see the Nuclear Penguins move? Oh, no. We've got the other end of the chopstick to Heroic. I guess that counts as hardcover. Scooby. This could be a bad idea, Scooby. T-Bone is at the other end of this, and they have absolutely no idea. So we're going to stay very, very quiet indeed as we hunt penguins by the looks of things. This is getting very crowded very quickly. And remember, a lot of these knocks, they're either going to be insta finishes or you just leave them. Because rushing in to a set of buildings inside Pachinki when you know loads of teams are in here is so, so dangerous. So if Austrian Force get a knock on Twisted Minds, difficult for them to push out and win the fight. They can, but they don't know where the third parties are coming from. That's the issue. So it's much, much riskier than normal as well. Who else is on the edge? If this shifts massively away, Devizon could profit from that. Digital Athletics could profit from that. Vorpal Sword... Oh, God, they need to do something. They've got seconds. In fact, let's watch them. They have a bike. They have a bike and a buggy. And a dream. It is a dream right now. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you guys are here. What's next? Oh, get out! Get out! Ah! Okay, okay, okay. We're out. What's next? No tires? Okay, what's next? What's next after that? We'll go north. You proceed in the direction you believe to be north. And literally at the last second, gets knocked by the final bullet from Party Beetle as they disappear beyond the horizon. Dash is there to pick them up. Might still be able to make it work. 3 wheels on this. Purple swords! Reversing into the zone. You need to keep that 3-wheel dasher. That's the only means you have of getting in. Okay, I can't believe they've made that in. Austrian Force looking to apply more pressure onto Twisted Minds. Another good knock from them. Very important. Until this game started, they were basically the points leaders. And now, North Pachinki. It looks like it could end up outside. DA, super happy with this. Devised. Vorpal Swords. Can we talk about how much this is absolutely a lifeline for them? But Austrian Force now, they need to finish off Twisted Minds in order to get through to the south side of this next circle. They have to. They can't both casually all just move in. We haven't even spoken yet about how Otto Mix need to get in as well. Nuclear Penguins might be coming up behind them. There's still so much left to do. They're actually going to try and do it. I think they have to take out Twisted Minds. The only way they don't have to take out Twisted Minds is if someone else does it for them. And I'm surprised they didn't get the first knock onto Win or Die there. I'm going to be honest. This is chaos unfolding. Pacific Esports actually are now they've now made it so that Austrian Force don't have to. Maybe that's the 200 IQ play and I've completely misread this. I think I have. Look at the position Austrian Force now have. I'm just gonna straight up say I was wrong and I stand corrected because they are in a great spot. And Twisted Minds are struggling. Nuclear Penguins coming in late, not gonna work out for them. T-Bone will finish him off on the south side. Remember Devizon, we said this was good for them. Although to be fair, we also said it was good for Digital Athletics and they've just been eliminated as well. Where on earth did they go? They got deleted. Was that by the Ghetto Gang? No, they've only got the 2 kills still. Vorpal Swords maybe. Hello, they've come back out of nowhere. Cha-ching. April keeping them in check just a little bit with Yokarem getting insta-revived, to be fair, so they should be fine. But south side of Pachinki is where all of the action has been. Pacific Esports looking to come in and mop up. They've done okay so far. Good controlled spray from Cassin onto Wades. Earns him the headshot. Looking for the rest of Twisted Minds. Won't find them. They're gone. Was there someone else here as well? It doesn't look like it. Cool. We're safe in this position for now. Extent's almost getting picked off as well. If they did that, then Win or Die would be in a seriously troublesome position. Laosh with the trade there. Instead, keeps the status quo for now. 35 seconds until phase 5 moves on. And look at how insane this overhead view is. This is much, much better than before. If I was doing it this level, as an observer, you're not going to be able to tell me very much at all. That's Pacific Esports out from Win or Die. They've moved all the way up there. They actually started on the south side, so interesting that they chose to go all that way. T-Bone is being very active right now, properly aggressing into Austrian Force. 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. I've had not such a great work day, but got turned around with this Scrims cast. Yes! Let's go. That's what I like to hear, JB. Good to have you here this evening, buddy. Good to see you. Vorpal Swords. More pressure getting put down. Yokarem is back up, but Wicked actually just got taken out by Ghetto Gang. I think they need to bunch up just a little bit more because they don't need to take these risks right now. These zones are falling very splendidly for Vorpal Swords. What they need to do is hold on for each other and make sure they stay close to each other. Whoa, 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 whoa. Austrian Force, after that amazing rotate. ABC from BBL. That's a lot of 3-letter acronyms. He gets taken out alongside Ketpa. So half of BBL are gone as Austrian Force move in, but at the expense of one of their teammates. Up to 4 kills now. POW Esports also in a tussle with the remaining members of Heroic. Let's just keep that spray going, shall we? Quality gets the knock. Flashbang out. I love that! Flashbang into the closed door! It doesn't work, but that was so good. And Vashku finishes off T-Bone as well as Heroic are the last team to be eliminated outside the placement points. This is so messy. I'm so glad we got to see the final bit of that fight, though. Devizon now finally crashing it into Pachinki. And basically, if the single-story compound just before you get out into the open, they might be in a very enviable position, but multiple teams are going to be looking at them yet. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure this is going to go well for them. Yes, they're in a good position from a close to the center of the circle point of view, but I feel like multiple teams are going to be looking at them, and I wouldn't want that right now. I would have rather crashed Onur or stayed where Party is. Personal preference, though. We will see how well this works out. They can still win this chicken dinner. Razor's gone ahead and casually grabbed some level 3 gear. Doesn't actually look like he's grabbed... He doesn't want the AUG? I'll take the AUG. Where are you going? Come back. I love the AUG. These pros, good with their recoil control, going for their barrels. Give me my AUG. I want my AUG. Okay. Thunder lost. Mega close to Austrian Force right now, and I don't know to what extent they know he's right by their side. Win or Die. They've chosen to properly go all out. Big sweeping rotation onto the rest of Auto Mix. Auto Mix going from 4 enemies to 2, which is excellent, but Party Beetle is knocked. And finished as well. So He-Man, the only player now in a position to stop the rest of this aggression. Not sure he can quite do that. Leosh is inside along with Wade's on the ground floor. Vorpal Swords chilling. They're doing all right. It's all about the teams that aren't doing very much right now. And look at that. Remember how I said loads of people would be looking at Devise in there and that maybe they should have stayed where Party is? Guess what? One guy left. Just saying. DBL Esports need a way in. Whew! Okay, DBS is a good way in. As far as convincing arguments go, that's a good one. M4 DBS for Thendalos. Classic late game competitive PUBG weaponry. Win or die, want exclusive control of the garage building. He-Man's up on the roof. He's saying, do you want to come up and get me? Do you want to do it? What has he got? Oh, he's got the double barrel. Double barrel and a barrel. That is dangerous indeed. To what extent are they absolutely reliant on this? I don't know. I think they're happy to hold this for now, if I'm being honest. Maybe they can come to some sort of agreement. 10 damage per second in zone. Ghetto Gang knows that Devisen are here as well. But I don't think he can do much about it. The zone's moving too quickly. This hill is going to get cut out. And Oliver, this high ground position might not be so good momentarily because you might get multiple teams looking in. But everyone in Pachinki are pointing their guns at each other. Oh, well, except Enderlost. That's what I was worried about. I actually thought Team Solo might have had an angle, but clearly it was BBL. Party's goal now is to be the last player in. That's how you win this. Does he see April? He does. Oh, he does. Oh, someone else got to him first. Good trigger discipline. I don't think BBL necessarily know Party's here, or maybe they've forgotten he's here. It's so hard to keep track within these urban fight environments. If he can get to the school bus, I'm going to call it. This is good for Party. Well, this is very good for Party. So set up to 5 kills, by the way. Team Solo are loving life here. Fenderloss gets Party. Just as he thinks he's safe as well. Phase 8 goes towards the garage compound. Win or die. I'm going to be so happy they took that now, but there are so many players coming in looking for a piece of that pie. Priel and Hyruzen now fighting against Austrian force. So set up to 6 kills on Solo, by the way. That's a really good Molotov from Silas. Priel just about caught a glimpse of that and had to immediately move back. Really sensible. Win or die have been aggressed on. They are both taken out by Vorpal Swords, who are the team that come in. Remember that rotation, that absolutely insane rotation where we thought they weren't going to survive? They didn't just survive it, they are thriving. We're down to our top 3. Austrian force. They're down to Asilas, but Asilas with a shotgun in close quarters. Not a fun opponent. By any stretch of the imagination, as Priel is about to find out. We have Team Solo, who aren't solo. They're actually a trio. And the Vorpal Swords, who are very happily grabbing Garage Compound and waiting for the winner of this fight. They don't care who it is. They've got the chicken in the microwave. Wow! Must have heard the footsteps. Really good pre-spray at the door there against Priel. 1v3's become a 1v2. No! That's a 1v1! Oh! Silas, you beast! Austrian force up to 9 kills and he solos that 1v3. They're in second place. Solo are out. Silas. Job's not done yet. Not quite a good and fantastic headshot onto Yokarem as well. I'm not sure Yokarem gets revived if he gets knocked there. Razor and Powered coming back in now as well. They're covering for each other really well. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have questions about this. 20 hit points running through the blue, going into phase 9. Silas is pulling out all the stops. They're wondering where he is. Unfortunately, Powered spots him right there and then. And a headshot will finish it up. But what an amazing play from Silas at the end. Vorpal Swords, let's not take it away from them. Surviving some really difficult rotations to win with 8 kills in match number 5. In second place with 9 kills, we have Austrian Force. And with 10 kills in third place, we have Team Solo. What an exciting finish to that game.